Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo along with Andrew Chang here. We're taking you through the early afternoon games for Week 15 of the 2020 NFL season. Next game on the board is a battle in the AFC. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars going to the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore is the big favorite here at minus 13, and your total's 47.5. I know, it's crazy, but that's the golfing class in these two teams, or what Vegas deems these two teams. So Jacksonville gets teased up to plus 19. Baltimore gets teased down to minus 7. Your over gets teased down to 41.5, and your under gets teased up to 53.5.
Yikes.
Yikes indeed.
I mean, I'm not lost in this situation, but yeah, I guess I just don't like. You still got to win by at least a touchdown.
You got to win by more than a touchdown. It's not at
that's
least.
What I'm
you got to
saying.
win by more than a touchdown.
Well, at least by a touchdown. So, I mean, for me, I don't know if there's any value to teasing, Baltimore down to minus 7. Although it does get past the 10 and a couple key numbers.
Yeah, if you think they kill them by double digits, then it's fine. But that's tough to do in today's NFL. I mean, it just is. I'll tell you something really funny in that for some reason, sharps, quite a few sharps like the
Jayville.
Yeah, just a little bit. Now that's not reflected in the actual line because this line opened up at minus 11 and it's moved up to minus 13. So
wow.
there are a few Jacksonville lovers out there who think that this is the kind of game that Jacksonville gets up to play for, and they'll have something, especially since they're starting Minshew Mania again.
Oh, what? Wow. Really? Well, was it just because he was bad or because of his injury? Was it his thumb or I don't even know. Magic Minshew.
I mean, he was out with injury, and then he's been good enough to come back. But Glennon, kind of kept them in their past couple games. But Glennon was terrible last week against the Titans. So they put Minshew in. He looked a little bit better. So they're going to run with him this week.
God, you just really don't know what to expect.
I mean, you can say that about a lot of games, but yeah, especially with this game, it's a little tough to kind of figure them out.
It's just Jacksonville is just weird. They can go up to Green Bay's house, give him. You might have said that Green Bay did that to themselves, but they still got there, right?
They did.
The numbers are the numbers. It doesn't matter like how you get there, whatever. The number is the number. They did that to. God, the team is escaping me right now, but Jacksonville, it's just a little tough, But do I like Lamar Jackson's chances of just winning by a touchdown?
Do you?
I do.
There it is.
I do. Let me look at the totals one more time.
Over 41.5, under 53.5.
See, that's interesting too. Wow. I'm kind of lost. Not really. I'm kind of torn between the over at 41.5. Even though Baltimore's defense is good, Minshew Mania has maybe run its course, but Jacksonville, they can still put up some points. Well, not when they played against the Steelers.
No.
But still, God, the over though, at just 41.5 versus Baltimore.
Over 53, yeah.
Versus Baltimore winning by more than a touchdown. What do I like more? Danny, I think I'm going to go on a limb. The Ravens still, coming off of a big, big win against the Browns, and that the Ravens are still in the hunt. It might be Jackson's time to turn it up, so I will go with the Baltimore Ravens at home, minus 7 against the Jags.
All right. I hear you. And
go ahead. Tell me different, Danny.
I don't know. It's hard. I just want to remind people I made a very good decision in Week 4 saying Baltimore versus Washington when Washington was still not good. At the time, I said you need to tease Washington in this game because I think this game's going to be closer than what people think. So I just want to remind people about that situation, that they were a much better team and Baltimore did not cover their side of the spread. It was you teased them down to -8 and it still wasn't enough to cover the teaser spread. So I just want to remind people that these things do happen. So,
Wait, no, I think we allude to that game.
Oh no,
fairly
Baltimore
often.
Baltimore did cover their spread on the teaser, but they did not cover on the
Straight up.
Straight up, yep.
Right, so we always allude to that game.
We don't really bring it up anymore, but yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the times you should think about it. So.
Right, I think we alluded to that game when we covered KC versus the Jets, like a couple of games versus the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So really, that's the value of the teasers. Like, okay, so we know that oh, I'm sorry, am I boring you? Son, so we both know that Baltimore can be explosive, but at the same time, we can't sleep on these other teams. They're still professional football teams.
Sure.
And if you do that, you'll just end up like the Texans. Literally, when the season was still early, when we played Jacksonville, I think that was like week 8, week 6. The first 2 plays, touchdown for Jacksonville. And I'm sitting here Sunday morning, on my couch just going, what did I just see? It wasn't even Minshew Mania. It was the new kid, Lutton or whatever.
Oh, yeah, it was Jake Luton then.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I was just like, what? So the value of the teaser is that, yes, in case those things happen, in case they do sleep, yeah, I would be ready. But ultimately, I like Baltimore to win this game. I like them to win by 10 points. God, and it's hard to kind of get away from the other side of the spectrum with Jacksonville at what, plus 19. That is...
It's a lot of points. It's almost 3 touchdowns, so yeah.
I mean, that's a doozy. I honestly think that either or of these team spreads will hit. But I'm a little more comfortable with taking the Ravens -7.
All right. I've been thinking about this for a little bit, and it's hard because I don't really like any of the totals. I think the totals are a big question mark because Baltimore can put up points, especially against like the Browns, and the Browns don't have a great defense. They have a good defense. They don't have a great defense. So Jacksonville's one of the worst defenses in the league. So you definitely expect them to get run all over in this. So the question is, can Baltimore cover essentially pretty much all of this all of this 41.5, and then maybe Jacksonville cover with touchdown in the over, or do you think that it's just all Baltimore? The defense is good enough to stop off on Jacksonville and then just bet the under. So that's why I don't really like the totals. And this is not the value play, but I think I'm gonna have to agree with you on Baltimore. The reason why.
Oh boy, I was about to say. Woo.
The reason why is I just think Baltimore's run game and offense is just too much. You look last week, and Jacksonville did not have any answer for stopping Derrick Henry. Now, Derrick Henry is a beast on his own right.
Why'd you gotta remind me?
So, I mean, you definitely.
I went up against. Did I go? I think I did.
Yeah, you played. You played my opponent last week. So yeah. So I mean, Derrick Henry's a outright beast. So. Exactly. But Baltimore doesn't necessarily have that, but they have the combination of their running game, Dobbins and Edwards, and to a much lesser extent Ingram, and then you pair that with Lamar Jackson, they should be able to essentially steamroll in this game. I don't think this is a down spot for them. They don't have a big opponent next week. Next week is the Giants, so it's another team that they have to look forward to, but it's not somebody to take like absurdly seriously. So yeah, I think it's a Baltimore choice here. They should win by 2 touchdowns essentially.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So there it is. It's tough because you get absolutely no value, but I think I've put enough emphasis on the handicap in this game of just Baltimore should be so dominant that they should win by double digits that you don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to take Baltimore in this. Don't know if I can bet it. It doesn't feel as safe just because it is the NFL and maybe Minshew Magic gets restarted for a game. You never know.
God.
You never know.
Well, you like to be the guy that says, yeah, I took Jacksonville plus 19. What's up? But you know what? Honestly, I don't think that's a bad bet either.
Yeah.
TBH. It's just, I would have a tough time putting my money on it. I would.
There you go. All right. So Baltimore -7 for both of us. Go out and get that double-digit score to make this bet safe. But let us know in the comments how you think this game is going to go. If you like any of the sides or totals, let us know in the comments. We always like reading everybody's input and information out there. For Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the content you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way you stay up to date with all of our latest videos and previews for the rest of the season. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for the rest of the previews for Week 15 on this channel. But until next time, make sure you get your bets in. And of course, don't forget to be a tease.